Always the same. How's everybody doing? Good afternoon. Hope everybody's the same. All right. So now, thank everybody for joining. I really appreciate it. We got a lot to talk about. Let me share this. Do some sharing on Twitter and on Facebook. All right. Hope everybody's out there hearing me. Hope everything is really cool and copacetic, smooth. Hope everybody's out. All right. So I want to talk to you guys about some work that I'm doing. I did a video on the BiomedRx TV channel here on YouTube about binaural beats and the Monroe Institute with Bob Monroe. Bob Monroe was basically the inventor of binaural beats, and he was the pioneer researcher for binaural beats with the U.S. government. Speaking of the U.S. government, I have in my hands here a document that was prepared by the Central Intelligence Agency on official study in the use of binaural beats, the Monroe Institute Gateway Experience, in order to train people to induce out-of-body experiences at will. Now, I've been training my brain in neurofeedback for about 5-6 years, since 2015. Okay, and in that time, I've gone through the shifts, right? You have to go through a shifts. We have an expression in neurofeedback and neuroscience: shift happens. In other words, if you train your brain repetitively, you're going to be able to provoke a permanent shift in cognitive function. And by doing neurofeedback or EEG biofeedback, we have many opportunities to do that. You can provoke a shift based on where you're training on the neocortex, based on the frequency that you're training, right? And the discipline that you're training. Now, we train using 3 different neurofeedback disciplines, one being infra-low frequency, where the reward frequency is 0.01 hertz or even lower than that, and alpha-theta, where you have 2 reward frequencies simultaneously, one being in alpha around 10 hertz, awake and relaxed, and the other being in theta around 7 hertz, which is a deep sleep, a light sleep frequency, the frequency within which you find your subconscious mind, your repressed memories, and your repressed dreams. It's the dream state. That's where your creativity lies, right? And we also do synchrony. Now, with synchrony, the objective of synchrony is to synchronize the function, the vibration of the 2 hemispheres of the brain, to work in synchrony with each other. In addition to that, while we're doing synchrony, we have the entire spectrum of frequencies from 0 hertz all the way up to 50 hertz, within which we can train the human brain. Now, I've been training my brain. I've provoked a shift about 3 years ago, and I've been training my brain rather consistently, just about every single day, at 50 hertz. And now I've provoked, the shift many times, and I've achieved the state of what we call peak performance, peak cognitive performance. I've also trained my brain to work in synchrony. The left and right hemispheres can very easily work synchronously with each other. This is an incredible feat. This is a pretty remarkable feat because most people's brains do not work left and right being in sync with each other. That's a simple fact. I mean, we can't really change that. But I have the complete audio of the Monroe Institute Gateway Experience. And I have yet to actually begin training with the Gateway Experience. I was thinking about sandwiching the Gateway Experience with my high gamma 50 hertz neurofeedback training. I'm not quite sure if that's the best thing for me to do. I think it is very good that I'm in a state of shift where I can trigger, right, at 50 hertz all day. And I trigger at 50 hertz every day, quite proliferously when I'm training. So I'm definitely, a very well-trained brain with regard to hemispheric synchronization on my own. So it won't be very hard for the binaural beats incorporated in the Monroe Institute audio files for the Gateway Experience to help me to very quickly induce the out-of-body experience. Now, of course, I can't describe to you what that is, and I don't really know if there's any way that I can test it, because any test that I would set up for myself, I would already know the answer to. You would have to take my word for it. You would have to believe my subjective experience that I actually was able to float outside of my body and to access the universal consciousness that the Gateway Experience promises. But after much ado and much procrastination, I am admitting right now that I am going to embark upon the Gateway voyage, and I'm actually quite looking forward to it. I am quite looking forward to it. So I just want to thank you guys. I don't milk my live videos, for time or anything like that. If you want to see it, go ahead on and see it, when you have a chance. Videos, But thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to begin the Gateway process right now. I'm going to create a Windows Media Player playlist of all of the Gateway audios, and I'm going to begin listening to them as soon as I finish this video. So thank you guys. I want you to go ahead on and subscribe to Devin Lockett, all three of my Devin Lockett channels, as well as BiomedRx TV. You can find me on Patreon, patreon.com/DEVINLOCKETT. And you can find me on Patreon at patreon.com/BiomedRx and BiomedRx TV. And what I really want you guys to do is go to BiomedRxCBD.com and enjoy some delicious BiomedRx CBD oil. Okay, our CBD oil is locally grown in organic plants, organic farms, gluten-free, glyphosate-free, homogenized, no GMO, and third-party tested, CO2 extracted. But I think the people at BiomedRx can tell you better than I can.
Gold label quality BiomedRx CBD oil is made from organic hemp that is locally grown, glyphosate-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, homogenized, third-party tested, and CO2 extracted. Visit www.biomedrxcbd.com.
Yes, of course. And before I let you guys go, I have to give you guys another shameless plug because YouTube hasn't monetized my channel yet. But, while you are on BiomedRx CBD, purchasing some of that delicious BiomedRx CBD oil, we go up to 10,000 milligram strength. Nobody goes that strong with CBD. You can also buy some vitamins, some BiomedRx supplements, such as BiomedRx Optimum Woman.
BiomedRx Optimum Woman is the only woman's high-potency full-spectrum multiple vitamin supplement to contain 56 nutrients, including those most important for today's woman, such as calcium for bone health, iron for healthy red blood cells, beta-carotene, biotin for nail and hair health, gamma-linoleic acid from evening primrose oil, octasanol, grapeseed extract, a potent antioxidant important for maintaining capillary strength, and vegetarian digestive enzyme. visit www.biomedrxsupplements.com.
Wow, yeah, that always puts me in a good mood. I love that commercial. Anyway, I want to thank you guys. That's it for now. I'm going to continue reading this very, very good it's just recently declassified document about from the CIA about binaural beats, okay, and the gateway experience. And now that I understand that the official research from my government understands and admits that the work that I do is valid and and that people actually can float outside of their bodies and observe the astral cosmic realms without dying, I'm going to do it. Okay, I'm going to go through it. And I'm going to tell you guys all about it. And if there's any way I can translate that experience to you or communicate that experience to you, I will. But I just want you guys to understand that I'm going to start astral traveling and out-of-body experiencing right now. Thank you.